Hey everyone, really quick before you watch the video, just a quick reminder, I stream over on Twitch, Sunday to Wednesday, links are in the description, make sure you come and check us out. Put down a marker. So like I say, we are starting Final Fantasy 14 today with a brand new character, and as you can see from the tweet, Paladin 1. So we're playing a Paladin. As a heads up, if I ever feel like it is going to get too hard, I may pick up Lancer and level up Dragoon. But we are going to try and persist our way as Paladin. I've already got all set up here. Paladin Belly 1, oh yeah. It won't get hard at all. Yeah, so we have a character made, a class name, LumusDigital and stuff. So, without further ado, begin a new game. The world's currently full. You'll get this a lot. Just gotta wait. How are we all doing today? There we go. Now loading in. Something I feel like I should probably done. There we go. Update tile slightly. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the base game's changed. For a concept of what we're actually going to be seeing throughout the playthrough, we're going to be focusing on main story quests and class quests. We'll be doing very little side quests. Since it's a recommended server, we'll have the server boost, which is the road to 70. And then we've also got other XP boosting items that will also help make sure we're ahead of the curve. On top of that, they've redone a lot of things to make it so you should probably only ever have to do the main story to level. Like, you can do side quests if you want, but we're not going to be focusing on them side quests. Ah! Evil dude that I totally don't know the name of. Thank you for them retweets on Twitter. It is much appreciated. Get away. Pudding. Hey! Hey you! You alright, lad? As you were mourning something fierce out for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. As you'll get used to it. As though, don't worry. By the way, there's going to be probably some really fancy, complicated words. I'm probably going to butcher them as all hell. You there, halt! What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honored peddler friend. So don't be disappointed if you don't find nothing. Mind your tongue, old man. My accents are going all over the place, apparently. That's why I need to use my voice changer. At least I cut it out. This is why Lumus doesn't really do voices. He just loses track of everything. Sir, look. Smonus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in forbidden herbs? As you're in a lot of trouble, old man, as you'll rot in the dungeons till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. As a Major! To arms! To arms! Seven hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you! Bum, bum, bum. I need to go knock the hell back. Phew. It's a kind of excitement as ain't good for the heart. Hello, how you doing? As you'll be careful around the brass blades, lad. Bastards have a shirt as off as your back as they fancy it. Like common bandits they are. Only less honest. Thank the gods for sending those beastmen to rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we're got a long ride ahead, mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them youngsters don't care much for conversation, see? They look more like they're asleep, to be honest. Barrett's the name, peddling's my trade. Judging by your unusual gammers, I wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it, going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret, as an adventure is a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power, to win glory, to amass fortune, or ... To gain power. Power. As in power to do good, like protect the weak, as in fighting for what's right and all that. I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Thanks, Warframe's giving me mod drop booster for sorties. Nice, I need to do my third sortie. When you arrive in town, you best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. Power! It wouldn't hurt to join the guild either. You're at home to a few if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells. As you should think about seeking one out. God, I can't wait till later when I don't have to do much talking. By the by, is this your first trip to Udal? No. But of course it ain't. Still, it might as be as this journey's interested a few new things to teach you in your destination, Real quick. Boom. I want to find this. Whoop. Udal is ruled by the Sultan in name, as most folks know that a syndicate holds the real power. Them and their modest cornies would be happily get rid of her grace altogether. But as it won't happen while she still commands the loyals as the royalists, and the royalists ain't nothing if not loyal. As these factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight as weight of their wealth against each other, and showing no signs of stopping. Of course, Lizardman the Amalger couldn't care less about Udal politics. They've got their own interests, see, as they can't afford to as they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. I can imagine Argo is sitting there right now, pissing himself laughing at my accent going all over the place. They say war is a gift as to peddlers. Need 'em as need breed and property. Yep. Though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last, behold your Dal, jewel of Fanalan, where folks turn sand to gold. So when does the Russian accent come out? Keep dreaming.
Deep in the sun-baked south,
there we go.
Surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah.
Ul'dah.
Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. Whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Oh, we're back to the Earth thing. Here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares. Then it's to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this by way of thanks for putting up as my pretzel. You never tell you my name though, but here's an idea. Becomes a sort of become the sort of stored passenger I can brag about having met. Now consider us square.
May the traders nurture our
That's annoying. Dialogue to non-dialogue to dialogue.
For by fire are we reborn.
Boom, 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 boom. Final Fantasy XIV. A Realm Reborn.
Oi, Venturer, over here. Which job I've gone for, Gladiator. We got Valley Paladin. I am, as I mean you. As fresh off the carriage by any chance, how can I tell her? Nanny. Names as Waymores, as my business is knowing every bug as else. As now as what as I offer you some valuable advice the way as of welcome Alpha City, free of charge. Just this one slide.
But yes, picked Paladin, as that's what the community voted for. So yeah. Welcome to Ul'dah. I say wrong voice mod for that chat, isn't it? Probably. I had to find something amongst all this. and so most of it doesn't make sense. A lot of it is deep stuff. Please select the control scheme you wish to use, mouse and keyboard. For the camera, go and speak to him. No. Oh, I've got to get my UIs. Invite request, cool, yeah, and I'll do that. Accept. I mean, try this one. I have no idea how this sounds, but see if it's good for him. To the plains, to anyone, as the eyes, as if you don't know the way around here. As if I let you go wandering off down the darkest alley, you certainly get mugged or worse. And I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, as if you want to head over to Quicksand, I'll speak to Momerdy. Fantasy name. She's the master of the Adventures Guild, can set you on the right path. Never thought I would hear auto-tune. I have no idea what this one is! I'm not good at voices, I'm trying to use it to help. We're just going back to normal. Just take the steps over yonder, pass through the double doors, and you'll find her inside. That's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring adventurer. Quest accepted. You began a quest. Yes, cool. Duties. Doug, at some point, I'm gonna need you to DM me how I get my UI from the other character. I know it's a file I can copy and paste. I just can't remember where. Yep, cool. I'm not new to the game. No, I've got it from the site, just downloaded by itself, not Steam. Can I find a one for this? This could go wrong. This is maybe man to woman. Ready for a bad one.
Why, hello there! Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you came to the right place. His name's Momerdy. I own this fine establishment. It's pleased as blah 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 blah. Tongue twist. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Udall. So you might say, if you're looking after green adventurers like yourself, as my vacancy. And lucky for you, without someone like me to steer you right, you'll find so in the middle of some caught up in business you don't understand. Grimlock Prime, thank you for the host. Your support is much appreciated. Trap robot looming.
Like a conflict as with the Amagia, for example. They've been plundering the Sunton for nights on, forever now. There's also been the Galleon Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, as worry, and lingering as of loss. A little wonder, as it's scarce been 5 years since the last moon cracked open like a giant egg, as releasing as an abomination, and as intended on turning the realm into the eighth hell. Now we've gone for a bit of Mrs. Delphi. It doesn't help I'm also throwing the accents in there. So much was lost in a blink of an eye, as it was at the end of the world when it came at last. But as these things began to fog, as everyone's gotten their own versions of what happened next, some as of them too were free. You think people would remember something like that? But the fact is, nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on though. The part they played by a band of adventurers who laid down their life for the realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering. I'm sure you'd agree. It's just a shame our recollection of those brave heroes are jumbled with those of the calamity itself. Whenever you try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet as they sound poetic as to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we cannot let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. If I may ask you to lend a helping hand and try and leave you down in a better state than when you found her, then if you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild.
Jack in! Power up!
Alright then, a promise is a promise. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending a bucket and buckering like the old days. And a happy prosperous Yodal can make more business for quicksand too. Anyway, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the registry, neat as you can. I hope you're ready. This will probably become every female's voice, because I'm not very good at diversing them. LumusDigital. Well, ain't that a charming name? As it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Oh, I thank you. Alright, Master Digital. On behalf of the Adventures Guild, I officially... Please, oh god, we've changed your voices.
Hello there, Mrs. Doubtfire. Should I come back later? Stay a while and listen. Please, sir, be merciful. 12 as my witness, I swear to you, I bring you your money. In the East... I'm going for this weird accent because he's got the mustache. In the East, it is said to be as even a merciful god might be deceived as divine to vengeance, if that as thou blasphemy. I think they're the words. How are you, dear? Be grateful as you given a fourth chance to offend. You too, amend this scum. Attend to this scum. No, please, mercy! Oh.
Well, ain't this a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like that. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. As don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe. Alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tales of a gentleman's woo with the women's folk from time to time. Alright, welcome to Udal, Lumus. Attempted to. Take a moment and catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little bit about our fair city. How are you, dear? Quest completed.
Now, the boy band auto-tune earlier was interesting. Hey, I was trying something, right? I have no idea what half these things on this soundboard sound like, but be ready to hear a lot of them. I'm not allowed to leave this place until I accept this quest, am I? Ah! I wanted to go and pick up my mail. Speaking of which... Oh no, there it is. Road 70. Oh, hey. Accept quest.
Before you go charging off and find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform. As soon as you help, you'll get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Euphoria Plaza. To get there, head west from here until you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look north and you should see a giant floating crystal called an aephorite. If it wasn't for the aephorites, traveling around Erodia would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can before you can use them. So be sure you can do it on the plaza. As you can even attune with an aephorite. Have you ever attuned with an aephorite before, Lumus? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Colosseum. Assuming that's all in for show, you might consider joining there. And finally, I want you to visit Sapphire Avenue Exchange, over there at the steps of Phral. Goods from all across Erosia end up as and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything as flinching Avengers like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale in Eodal, as long as you've got the gil. Just be sure that you don't pay more than you ought to, Lumus. As there's plenty that won't as the swells unexpectedly foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named... I clicked instead of reading. In short, visit the Euphoria Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. But before you go, a word of advice. As while there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some honest to goodness problems you should consider offering helping hands to. A lot of folk are lured into the city with the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize, in the interest of chasing after the guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. So let it be known, if you're willing to give us as much as you can get, the opportunities can come your way. I'm so looking forward when you're in a dungeon. Speaking of which, as you should speak with Smith over there, the lad, give some advice for upcoming adventures. Otherwise, that's it from me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you're finished, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you've downed as your smoke as cloths without guilt to your name. I know what the voice.
We're done with the voice. I'm looking forward to when you hit dungeons. You've got to get Rach first. I tried, but she's crafting away from her PC though. All you gotta do is just clip it and send it to her, Argo. Main menus. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Scenarios. Oh, sanctuaries. Yeah. Cool. Navigation. Yeah, cool. The Smith. We have the new adventurous thing on us. That way, if we bump into someone, we'll if we manage to get in a dungeon with a mentor or something, we'll get some XP. But now, for some free loot! Because yes, I am taking advantage of this stuff. Delivery Moogle service, go away. I could wear Strive's outfit. I'll take all that. I'll take that. I just picked one of them up, didn't I? Oh no, I picked up silver chocobo feathers. Whoops. So... do I have to take all of it? Boom. Boom. Oh, I'm gonna have to fiddle with my settings. It's awful. Ah! Forgotten how to get to the armor chest. Give me my character. Should have pressed C. Oh, I got it. Sweet. Can't change gear right now, yeah, because I'm in the middle of all menus. So yeah, don't need you. Wild Rose outfit. Gold chocobo feathers. Gold chocobo feathers. A lot of this stuff I can pick up later. That's something I want, though. Okay. I think we're gonna take Leon's outfit to put on for now. Minions. Get ourselves some mounts since a multi-seater one. Now, character. Recommended gear. Boom. DM'd you what you need to do for the UI settings, by the way. Thank you very much. You sitting there telling Grim what I'm doing. Documents, games, my folder. So what we're going to quickly do, just to sort this out.